and a major city yet to be determined in Russia. These are the latter days.
I have faith that the Constitution will be saved as prophesied by Joseph Smith. But it will not be saved in Washington.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. When people remain silent and are fence sitters on a specific issue, that is a taking of the side of one of the sides. So, for example, Russia has attacked Ukraine. World War III has begun. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is silent. So they're fence sitting. They're claiming not to take a side. But in reality, they are taking a side, because of some other external factors that are involved. They are fully in support of Putin. Here's why. December 3rd, 2021, from the Washington Post. Russia planning massive military offensive against Ukraine. That was 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that day. Al Jazeera, December 17th, 2021. Timeline: after months of tensions, Russia attacks Ukraine. So apparently they're reviewing the previous, because it was yesterday when it came out, but they're going over the timeline. December 17th, 2021. Russia presents detailed security demands to the West, including that NATO cease all military activity in Eastern Europe. So the news knows all about this leading up to the Ukraine attack yesterday. CNN. Apparently this was updated December 17th, 2021. Russia continues to amass new troops near Ukraine's border. And so with the latest CNN scandal, they're going all in 24/7 on the Ukraine war, hoping that people will forget about the latest scandal and come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. CNN was wrong, and they just can't exist without you. Something like that. And so what did the church do? Knowing of the escalation in Russia at the Ukraine border. January 7th, 2022. First Presidency calls 164 new mission leaders to begin. It's usually around May, something like that. And then they'll have Nelson or some other prophet give a speech to them to how to lie about Joseph Smith's first vision, because he didn't see Jesus. So from the Europe East area, Russia, Moscow, Adam and Heather West. I thought he died. I thought Batman died. The classic Batman. Russia, Nostov na Donu, Alexander A. and Julie B. Drakyov. Russia, St. Petersburg, Christopher L. and Trista S. Eastland. Russia, Yekaterinburg, Roman and Elena Nabatinikov. I'm sure my Russian is a little bit rusty. That's from the church newsroom. Church of Jesus. But he's not our Christ. Why is it Jesus? And so, as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was the first to pull out missionaries from Ukraine, close down the Kiev temple, which, reviewing my videos from yesterday, when I put in Kiev temple in the title, that's the one where I got the most attacks. Isn't that interesting? Mormons don't give a damn about the Kiev temple and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints having paid for and planned this attack with Putin. Yes, guys, what have I been telling you all this time? They're not pulling out of Hong Kong, they're not pulling out of Taiwan, they're not pulling out of Australia, they're not pulling out of Russia to say, hey, we disapprove of what you're doing. They're not coming out with a legitimate First Presidency statement, if that still remains the potential title for this video. Nonverbal, there we go, nonverbal First Presidency statement. There we go. Yeah, we know the church's side. Putin. So why? And I've gone over why. Exodus, or God, I keep messing up on that. It's Ezekiel. Yes, it has to do with the Exodus. but it's Ezekiel 38. Bruce R. McConkie put in these chapter headings. Bruce R. McConkie was an apostle. And apostles talk and plan and plot. The battle of Gog and Magog against Israel shall usher in the second coming. These are the latter days. The Lord will come amid war. What war? The battle of Gog and Magog. Where is that? Well, Christians, and the church claims to be Christian with Jesus, says that's Ukraine and Russia. What do you know? And then what got the church furious. Did you get your ticket to go? Were you set apart as a special missionary to go to Adam-on-Diamond for that secret priesthood meeting where Lucifer hands over the keys of the kingdoms of the world to Jesus? Did you get to go? Is there video footage in the underground of Mormonism? If there is, please link me to it. The church destroyed me. I am destroyed. I talked about how my laundry services on Tuesday no longer working again. It's because the previous property manager and landlord just up and abandoned us. Of course, I was involved in filing complaints with government leaders who still refuse to do anything at all levels of government. As I've been sending for years tips, evidence, documents. I even put it in my lawsuit so that it would be in the public domain about the national security threat to the church. I'm the one for which the prosecution have filed charges of conspiracy sedition against the Oath Keepers. Me! And I'm destroyed, but they're using my lawsuit against the church on the Oath Keepers. How screwed up is that? And so, yeah, the church knows all about this. And the church comes out and says a temple in a major city yet to be determined in Russia. Putin claims all of Eastern Europe. It's Russia's territory. It's mine. I want it back. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Slow, slow, very slow, 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 very slow, slow, very slow, slow indeed. And so, I've gone over with you that nobody else is covering it. As the last word I've heard is now Putin is moving in nuclear weapons into Belarus after having taken Chernobyl yesterday. And everybody's going, oh, what has he got planned? Oh, he told us he's going to use nukes. If America or any of the NATO countries defend Ukraine, he's going to use nukes. I told you this for a long time ago. I said Putin has used nukes before. He's used chemical weapons before. In other countries, he's used them. He has no problem using them. And you don't listen, you don't believe, you don't care, and here it is, and you're shocked. And you've forgotten that I was the one who had warned you about this the whole time, from the beginning. That I, from the very beginning, years ago, warned you that something was coming. And now the fruit is coming from the trees. And we know the prophets of how evil they are. That they want Ukraine taken and America to attack so that Putin uses nukes. Because what is going to happen? Is it the rest of the world's governments that are going to give the keys to Jesus? Or has already done so? It's America. There's something coming. He has threatened it, and it's nuclear. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints needs the whole federal government destroyed so that they can restore the kingdom of Deseret. That's why they washed their hands of Ukraine. The Mormons that live in Ukraine, that worked at the temple, that dedicated their lives to the church. And the church betrayed them. They're not pulling out from Russia. So what's going to happen when war is declared? They're not pulling out from anywhere else in Europe. Are those missionaries throughout all of Europe and in Russia, is it going to be a last-ditch effort to try to get them out? Oh no, we didn't see this coming. I guess we better get those missionaries out of there. The church was first to withdraw the missionaries and close the temple in Ukraine. First! And I said, I now am trusting that there will be something in Ukraine because the church acted first. I did the video for you. If you're not going to follow my videos day after day after day, as exciting as they are, you're missing vital information. And so yeah, Putin controls Belarus. And with NATO in Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, yeah, they need to watch out. Poland, watch out. Because I warned you way back in the previous president, asterisk president, and oh gee, the Book of Mormon is right. It's true, ex-Mormons. The puppet president of Judah sent a whole bunch of troops to Poland. Why Poland? I warned you something was happening. So Syria, Turkey. So, yeah, there's more behind the scenes than what CNN is desperately trying to make sure they cover everything about. To try to make up for their screw up. And so, yes, when I'm doing this countdown, you need to be paying attention. Whether you understand what I'm talking about or not. Because the church destroyed me. Because they know what I'm talking about. The question then is, why aren't you believing me? Because you don't understand. The church isn't going to give a statement about their disapproval. Just like in World War II, Heber J. Grant did not give a statement of his disapproval of Nazi Germany. Moroni and the swastika. Now, do you understand why Oakes has been caught giving the Heil Hitler? They are the enemy. That's why the Book of Mormon is true. Because it talks all about the great and abominable church with the inverted pentagram. This is not complicated, guys. The church is the enemy. And our government can't see it, or are compromised, or don't believe. They think Bigfoot took it or something. Man, Kruger rocks. That is in my... I don't have a favorite movie. I have favorites movies. I have favorite movies. They're all ranked at the top. National Treasure, Da Vinci Code, the original Time Machine, Fahrenheit 451, Stargate. They're all tied for first, for best. And 1984 has to be included in that. So yeah, if I were to go over my stuff, I would Die Hard. You know, there's a long list of best movies, all equally best. It's like children. You're all my favorites. And so, yeah, I don't understand why you guys aren't taking this seriously. Oh, wait. Yeah, you've never taken the previous thing that's still going on seriously. As our own governor, notice how he overturned it. Last Friday, he comes out with a bombshell for the long weekend saying, we're not going to post the stats anymore. We're going to treat it like the flu. Oh my God! We're closing down testing centers. It made the national news. And so, what do you know? Tuesday. Oh, still doing the stats, huh? Mm-hmm. I see you're still fudging the numbers, but you're still doing the stats. Yeah, he came out and said that I did the video. Oh, we were overcounting, so now we're going to undercount. Yeah, yesterday's numbers, dear God. It's like nobody knew how to do math, or at least program it correctly to do the math for you. I was having to make corrections according to what they're giving us, because they were just lying to us yesterday. So, yeah, it's horrible not only to have the church betray us, but to have our government leaders betray us. Betray us to the enemy. Feed us to the wolves. Literally. So, there you have it. The nonverbal official First Presidency statement supporting Putin. The wrong side of history.